Chapter 4 Baba's Early Days in Shirdi. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, whenever there is a decay of Dharma and an ascendancy of unrighteousness, I manifest myself for the protection of the virtuous, the destruction of the vicious, and for the establishment of righteousness. I thus manifest myself age after age. This is the mission of God and saints. Saints are His representatives and appear here at appropriate times and help in their own way to fulfill that mission. For instance, when spiritual preceptors are humiliated, when nobody cares for religious instructions, when everybody thinks himself very learned, and when people begin to partake of forbidden food and intoxicating drinks, when under the cloak of religion people indulge in malpractices, when people belonging to different sects fight amongst themselves, the orthodox forget their religious practices, when yogis neglect their meditation, when people begin to think that wealth, progeny, and wife are their sole concern and thus turn away from the true path of salvation, then saints appear and try to set matters right by their words and actions. They serve us as beacon lights and show us the right path for us to follow. In this way, many saints appeared at various times to show people the right path, and Sai Baba also arrived on earth with the same mission. It is on account of Sai Baba that Shirdi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of personage Sai Baba was. He had conquered this samsar, which is very difficult to cross. Peace or mental calm was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of devotees and was very liberal. He had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self-realization, which was his sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or of the world beyond. His heart was as clear as a clean mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor were the same to him. He did not know or care about honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely, interacted with everyone, saw the acting and dances, and listened to songs. Yet, he did not swerve an inch from mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips, and while the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His inside was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, and nor could his actions be determined with certainty. And though he lived in one place, he knew all the transactions that took place in the world. His darbar was imposing. He told hundreds of stories daily, and yet he did not break his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall of the masjid and walked in the morning, noon, and evening towards the lendi and chavdi. He abided in the self at all times. Though an enlightened soul, he acted like a normal human being. He was meek, humble, and pleased everyone. Such was Sai Baba, and as the soil of Shirdi was trodden by Sai Baba's feet, it attained extraordinary importance. Just as Jnaneshwar had elevated Alandi and Eknath elevated Paitan, Sai Baba elevated Shirdi. Blessed are the grass and stones of Shirdi, for they could easily kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and receive the dust from his feet on their heads. Shirdi became for us devotees another Pandharpur, Jagannath, Dwarka, Banaras, Rameshwar, Bhadri Kedar, Nashik, Trambakeshwar, Ujjain, and Mahabaleshwar Gokarn. Contact with Sai Baba in Shirdi was like our Veda and Tantra, as it calmed our consciousness of the world and rendered self-realization easy. The darshana of Shri Sai was our yoga sadhana, and speaking to him destroyed our sins. Shampooing his legs was our bath in the Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water from his feet destroyed our desires. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting his Udi and Prasad was purifying. He was our Sri Krishna and Sri Rama who gave us solace, and he was our Parabrahma. He was beyond the pair of Dvandvas, never dejected or elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence, knowledge, and bliss. Shirdi was his center, but his field of action extended far and wide to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Bangladesh, and Konkan. Thus, Sai Baba's fame spread far and wide, and people from all parts of the world came to receive his darshan. Through mere darshan, people's minds, whether pure or impure, would become at once quiet. They got here the same sort of unparalleled joy the devotees get at Pandharpur upon seeing Vitthal Rakhumai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee said in this regard. An old devotee named Gauli Bua, who was about 95 years old at that time, was a devotee of Pandharpur Maharaj. He spent 8 months every year at Pandharpur and 4 months on the banks of Ganges. He had an ass to carry his luggage and a disciple as his companion. Every year, he made his pilgrimage to Pandharpur and came to Shirdi to see Sai Baba, whom he loved greatly. He used to stare at Baba and say, "This is Pandharinath, Vitthal incarnate, the merciful Lord of the poor and helpless." Gauli Bua was a devotee of Vithoba and had made many trips to Pandharpur and testified that Sai Baba was indeed Pandharinath incarnate. Sai Baba was very fond of remembering and singing God's name. He always said the words Allah Malik, God is our sole master, and in his presence made others sing God's name continuously day and night for 7 days. This is called Nama Saptaha. Once he asked Kaka Sahib Dikshit to perform the Nama Saptaha. Kaka Sahib replied that he would do it provided he was assured that Vitthal would appear at the end of the 7th day. Baba, placing his hand on his chest, assured him that Vitthal would certainly appear, but that the devotee must be earnest and devout. He then said, "The Thakur of Thakurnath, the Pandhari of Vitthal, the Dwaraka of Ranchod is here. No one need to go far to see Dwaraka. Will Vitthal come here from some other place? He is here. Only when the devotee is bursting with love and devotion will Vitthal manifest himself here." After the Saptaha was over, Vitthal manifested himself in the following manner. Kaka Sahib Dikshit was meditating after his bath and saw Vitthal in a vision. When he went at noon to receive Baba's darshan, Baba asked him, "Did Vitthal Patil come? Did you see him? He is a very truant fellow. Catch him firmly, otherwise he will escape." This happened in the morning, and at noon there was another Vitthal darshan. A hawker came there to sell pictures of Vithoba. This picture exactly matched the figure that appeared in Kaka Sahib's vision. On seeing this and remembering Baba's words, Kaka Sahib Dikshit was quite surprised and delighted. He bought a picture of Vithoba and placed it in his shrine for worship. Baba's fondness for Vitthal worship is illustrated in Bhagwant Rao's story. Bhagwant Rao's father was a devotee of Vithoba and used to go on annual trips to Pandharpur. He also worshipped an image of Vithoba at home. After his death, son stopped everything, the trips, the worship and the Shraddha ceremony. When Bhagwant Rao came to Shirdi, Baba, who remembered his father, at once said, "His father was my friend, so I dragged him here. He never offered Naivedya, and so he starved Vitthal and me. So I brought him here. I shall change him now and set him to worship. Hindus believe that a bath in the holy waters of Prayag, where Ganga and Yamuna meet, is very meritorious, and thousands of pilgrims go there to have a sacred bath. Das Ganu once wanted to go to Prayag for a bath and came to Baba to get his permission to leave. Baba replied, "It isn't necessary to go so far. Our Prayag is here. Believe me." Then, when Das Ganu placed his head on Baba's feet, out flowed streams of Ganges and Yamuna water, a stream from each of Baba's feet. Seeing this miracle, Das Ganu was overwhelmed with feelings of love and adoration, and his eyes were full of tears. He felt inspired, and his speech burst forth into a song in praise of Baba and his Leelas. Nobody knew the parents or the place of birth of Sai Baba. Many inquiries were made and many questions were put to Baba and others regarding these matters, but no satisfactory answers have yet been obtained. We know nothing about these matters. Namdev and Kabir were not born like ordinary mortals. They were found as infants. Namdev was found on the banks of the Bhimrathi river by Gonai and Kabir on the banks of Bhagirathi river by Tamal. Sai Baba's story was similar. He first manifested himself as a 16-year-old boy under a neem tree in Shirdi for the sake of his devotees. Even back then, he seemed to be full of knowledge of the Brahman. He had no desire for worldly objects even in his dreams. He had kicked out Maya and Mukti was serving at his feet. An old woman in Shirdi described him thus: a young lad, fair, smart, and very handsome. He was first seen under the neem tree, seated in an asan. The people of the village were wonderstruck to see such a young boy practicing hard penance with no regard for the heat or cold. By day, he associated with none, and by night, he wasn't afraid of anybody. People wondered where this young chap had turned up from. His form and features were so beautiful that a mere look endeared him to everyone. He didn't go to anybody's door and always sat near the neem tree. Outwardly, he looked very young, but through his actions, he was really a great soul. He was the embodiment of dispassion and was an enigma to everyone. One day, it so happened that God Khandoba possessed the body of a devotee, and people asked him, "Deva, please tell us whose son this boy is and where he came from." God Khandoba asked him to bring a spade and dig in a particular place. When it was dug, bricks were found underneath a flat stone. When the stone was removed, a corridor led to a cellar where cow mouth shaped structures, wooden boards, and necklaces were seen. God Kandhoba said, "This lad practiced penance here for 12 years. Then people began to question the lad about this. He put them off the scent by telling them it was his guru's holy resting place and requested them to guard it well. The people then closed the corridor just as they had found it. As Ashwatha and Audhambar trees are held sacred, Baba regarded this neem tree equally sacred and loved it the most. Malasapati and other Sai devotees regarded this site as the final resting place of Baba's Guru and prostrated before it. The land with the neem tree and the land that surrounded it was bought by Mr. Hari Vinayak Sate, and on this side a big building named Sate's Vada was built. This Vada was initially the sole resting place for pilgrims. A raised platform was built around the neem tree and lofts with steps were constructed. Under the steps, there is a niche facing south and devotees sit on the platform facing north. It is believed that if a devotee burns incense there on Thursday and Friday evenings, by God's grace, they will always be happy. This Vada was old and needed repairs. The necessary repairs, additions, and alterations have now been made by the Sansthan. Then, after a few years, another Vada, Dikshit's Vada, was constructed. Kaka Sahib Dikshit, a solicitor from Bombay, had gone to England. He had injured his leg in an accident there. The injury could not be gotten rid of by any means. Nana Sahib Chandorkar advised him to try Sai Baba. So he saw Sai Baba in 1909 and requested him to cure the lameness of his mind rather than that of his leg. He was so pleased with the darshan of Sai Baba that he decided to reside in Shirdi. So he built a vada for himself and other devotees. The foundation of this building was laid on the 10th of December 1910. On this day, the other important events took place. Mr. Dada Saheb was given permission to return home and the nighttime aarti in the Chavdi commenced. The Vada was completed and was inhabited on the Ram Navami day in 1911 with due rites and formalities. Another Vada was constructed by the famous millionaire from Nagpur, Mr. Booty. Lots of money was spent on this building, but the amount was well utilized as Sai Baba's body rests in this Vada, which is now called the Samadhi Mandir. The site of this mandir formerly had a garden which was watered and looked after by Baba. 3 Vadas thus sprung up, where there were none formerly. Of these, Sates Vada was the most useful to everyone in the early days. The story of the garden and Sai Baba's temporary absence from Shirdi, his return to Shirdi with the marriage party of Chand Patil, the company of Devi Das, Baba's wrestling match, his life in the masjid, his love for Mr. Dengale and other devotees, and a few other incidents will be described in the next chapter. Bow to Shri Sai. Peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.